hello, this is Dan, and I'll be showing you how to properly set up the locker system. So, here it is what it should look like. As you can clearly see, it works pretty well. And yeah. Okay. The first thing you need to do is make sure you have this folder in in Workspace, and for each position you have to have the camera part and the position for the dummy. You can make as many camera positions as you want. And the next thing you need to do is go over to replicated storage. So these aren't obfuscated because this is pretty basic code, and just don't touch this in general. Here are the settings. So first of all, if you have animations enabled, you would need to re-upload all of these animations with these, and then set the new animation ID in this module. And you can leave this at the same number, but the animations for the dummy won't work. It won't interfere with the script. And this is for animations. This will work with the locker, but I use C-frame animations, so you might have a bit of trouble setting those up. So I'd suggest you just leave animations off. This is the setting for data store. If you want the loadout to save when someone leaves the game, set this to true. And these are just the logos for the teams, which will show up in the menu. And this is just a setting that sets the dummy to the player appearance. If you turn this off, you might have better performance, but it doesn't matter that much. And in my opinion, leaving this on looks a bit better. This just determines if the loadout is applied whenever someone respawns. If you use my menu system, I'd suggest you keep this off. This is the data storage key. Every time you set this to a new key, it completely clears all the data. This is the angle for the offset for the camera for all the webbing, and this is the offset for the clothes, and this is the offset for the headgear. I'd suggest leaving this as is, and this is just the default offset for every weapon. So this is just a dummy, a normal rig. Again, if you were to make this R15, you would have to replace this dummy with the R15 dummy. And yeah, and then should head over to items. So for clothes, this is universal, works on both R15 and R6. This is the teams that can use it, and this is a table, a table containing all the different whitelists. So if I were to make a group whitelist, I would do something like group ID, or no, type equals to, I think, group min rank equals to 2, and group ID equals to I don't know, 1. Let me see if that works. yeah, so as you can see, I'm not in that group, so it shows up as unavailable. And yeah, so just make sure to follow this format. If I were to say Game Pass, then all I need to provide is the Game Pass ID. Anyway, I'll just delete this for now. And leaving whitelist empty will just automatically make the gear free to use since there are no whitelists. So for the head, there is no dummy needed. Just provide the head model with the middle part and make sure to name it head. And the gears are the different parts of the gear. So I'm not sure, maybe you would like to have like some sort of hat that involves like part the torso and the head. So you would put a table of all the different things. So since there's only one model in this like headgear, I would just make one dictionary like this, and I would set the model to this and the part to head, which signifies that it would be placed on the head. And this is just the name and description, and this is just the teams. So the webbing basically follows the same thing, same type of format for the head, except you would have to set it to torso because webbing goes on the torso. And finally, loadout signifies like the weapons section. So here are the weapons that would be given whenever someone becomes this loadout. This is the tool reference. This is the custom offset if there is one. If you don't want a custom offset, I would just set this to nil. This is the name and this is the description. If there is custom gear that comes with the loadout, you should signify the dummy with the gear here, and the script will automatically put on the models named after the part they are supposed to be on and the clothes. It's just the name and description for the gear, and this is the name and description for the whole loadout. It's the maximum number of players. And this is the teams that are allowed to use this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you wanted to convert this to R15, I would again make sure you use a different dummy than the one I use since it's R6, and what I would suggest is to also make sure that instead of welding all the webbings to the torso, weld them to the part named lower torso or like upper torso, because R15 uses 2 parts for the torso. And that's pretty much it. If there are any bugs with the system, I will definitely provide an update ASAP. And yeah, thank you for watching.